Hey everybody, it's Hot Rod. So I'm going to do a video today on a 2005 Buick, what the hell is it? LeSabre. Buick LeSabre. And I'm going to be changing the headliner, and I'm going to show you some things you're up against on this as far as changing the headliner. First off, you're going to have to remove this gasket around here for the inside. As you can see, I've already got some of it removed over there. So what you simply do is, the first thing is just get you some kind of flat pry bar thing here and get in here and get it started right here by pulling that down, and you can get it started, and then you can take your fingers and just simply pull it down, and you can get it down. It just like it's just a pinch weld right there, and then you can get it down. Okay, you don't have to take it all off. Just take it down to about here and take it down to about there. You don't have to take it all off. All right. Now the next thing you're going to have to do is take the overhead light down, and that is held in by these push-in clips right there. You see the two green. You're simply going to get a pry tool, a flat blade pry tool, and pull that straight down so it releases those clips. And when it comes straight down, there's these little tabs right there then that go up in there, and they hold that in. So you're just gonna pry that down and then pull it back, and it'll come out of there, and then you'll have to unclip this white clip right here. It goes on there. You'll have to unclip that. It's pretty self-explanatory. And then you can lay that aside right there. And then you're gonna have to start taking off sun visors. Mount here, mount here. I've already taken that one off there, and handles there and there, and the back handle there and there, and as well as the passenger side. Well, that one doesn't have one. Okay, so I mean driver's side. So the passenger side on the back, and all of these screws so far use a Torx 20, a T20 right there, and there's like 3 here, and there's 1 here right there. And then when also these sun visors will have a wire coming down here, and there's a plug approximately right up in this area here. So when you get this lower down, you can kind of reach behind here like I did up here and pull that wire plug out. So the plug's going to be located about right in there. And then the next thing you'll have to do after you pull these down and get your sun visors out of the way is pull these down. You don't have to take that all the way off, just down to about maybe halfway down. And you're going to have to pull these right here off. And these are held on, as you can see, right by those notches right there with 2 clip notches. You can see the oval. And they simply kind of pull this way, kind of inward and slightly downward. And here's the one I already have off of the passenger side, and it's set in there like that. So you'll just pull it down, and there's the little clips on there and the one down there, and pull them straight out. And then when you get it straight out, there's also another clip right here on the bottom. Well, it's not really a clip, it's just kind of a little friction pad. And here's the sun visor with the wire coming through it. So there's your plug style right there. So you can see you'll have, where's it at? Yeah, it's that little clip. I want to get this in here. It's this little clip right there. And you'll have to bend that little tang back right there so you can get it loose. And anyway, you get the picture. So let's see if we can pull this right here off. Yeah, so let's see if we can pull this right here off. So we're going to pull this down just enough, then you get that to turn loose. Get you a flat blade pry bar or something. Get back here in the back behind it, right here behind it, and just kind of pull and, yeah, pop it loose. And you're going to kind of come down that way. So you got 2 of them. Be kind of gentle. I've heard they're easy to break, or I mean, they can be broke off, but I think you got to get really mean with them to break them off and pull it up out of there, and that will just pull up out of there, and there you go. And so that's how those are held on. Now in my case, on this headliner here, on the sun visor side here, on the driver's side, I could not access and reach up here to unplug this, so I had to drop the whole headliner down before I could get to it. And there's the plug, and I'll have to unplug it like that. And it looks like the harness up there is also tied in up here, so I'm going to have to undo this, because there's a whole harness on this headliner that you're going to leave attached to it, but I'm going to have to unhook it from that mirror somehow. It goes up there. So this harness right here, it looks like it comes unplugged. Right there's the back of the mirror of what you're dealing with, and it comes unplugged from there. And also you have to take this, I guess it's the OnStar thing right here that went up there. There's two clips, and you can pop them loose and take that down. Here is what I think is the OnStar thing. You can just take a flat blade screwdriver and get in with those clips right there and just pop them loose. They look like they do stay with the unit, so they won't fall out. That way you don't have to unplug that. And here's your plug for the mirror right there. So you just have to push that little tab right there in. And that will release it, and then you can kind of work it and pull it out from the mirror. So that way you don't have to take the mirror off. Now when it comes to these sail panels in the back, there's a little straight clip right up here, and then there's two button clips down here, right about in here. So these take a little different method of taking them off. So your first clip is right here. You pull that down, it just comes straight down, and it's a straight clip like the rest of them. Now I've already got this one loosened up and came off, so I'm going to show you. It's a little hard to get off. You pull that down, and then after you get that unclipped, then you need to pull the whole thing, kind of pull it up. Keep it kind of pushed tight. Don't be pulling it down. Keep it kind of pushed up tight and just pull it up. And you'll see why when I get this out of here. Because there is two button clips right there, those yellow ones, and that's what's holding it on. And the corresponding tabs are right here. So if you'll pull it up, you'll pull it out of these slots and thereby avoid breaking those right there. And it took a little bit of force to get them up out of there. You got to pull pretty hard to pull it up out of there. Okay, so I'm gonna take this panel out right here, real time, not a fake. You're gonna see how difficult that it is. I pull this clip down, which was pretty easy. Now I've just got to pull it up in that direction. Kind of break it loose out of those out of those button clips. It takes a pretty good pull on it. There we go. There we go. And you can see it pulls it up out of those button clips right there. And there they are. Now we got that loose. And also, it looks like I've got all this side over here loose, but yet the headliner is still kind of tied up to the top. And it looks as though that the headliner is literally like, well, you can't see it, but like glued up in there. Right there, yeah. It looks like it is literally glued to the roof, so you'll have to kind of pull that down gently without just bending and killing your headliner board panel, you know. Now when it comes to these sail panels in the back, there's a little straight clip right up here, and then there's two button clips down here, right about in here. So these take a little different method of taking them off. So your first clip is right here. You pull that down, it just comes straight down. And it's a straight clip like the rest of them. Now I've already got this one loosened up and came off, so I'm going to show you. It's a little hard to get off. You pull that down, and then after you get that unclipped, then you need to pull the whole thing, kind of pull it up. Keep it kind of pushed tight. Don't be pulling it down. Keep it kind of pushed up tight and just pull it up. And you'll see why when I get this out of here. Because there is two button clips right there, those yellow ones, and that's what's holding it on. And the corresponding tabs are right here. So if you'll pull it up, you'll pull it out of these slots and thereby avoid breaking those right there. And it took a little bit of force to get them up out of there. You got to pull pretty hard to pull it up out of there. And as much as I hate to, I think you're going to have to take these pillar post covers off completely. There is a clip up here on the top. There's another one down here, another one down there. and then another one down there. Well, actually 2 down there. You can see 2 of them. There's one and there's one. And just kind of wiggle it loose from this down here. Because the problem is, it's going to, when you go to put your headliner back in, that's probably going to dig into it unless you can hold it down. If you can hold it down, but at that point, you might as well just pop it up out of there and take it out. I don't know. Anyway, now I think we can get the headliner out. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. There's an electrical connection right up in here that you'll have to get loose. Right in there. Pull that bail up and then it will come unlocked from that. So I think we're good to go now. Now hopefully, like, this thing comes apart, comes out of there, like they say. So we're gonna come out through this back door. So there's what you're working with. There's the top side of it, and you can see all the wiring harnesses all attached to it. Anyway, and it looks like it's glued right here, and it was also glued over here. There's a cardboard piece up in the top, right up in here, and it looks like it's glued on either side of it. So I'll have to put like Velcro or something there to kind of hold that back up. And it looks like, as far as like this plastic piece right here, that actually the sun visor mount right here and here is what holds that up to the roof. But just take all that out with it, your mirror, light and all that stuff. And anyway, I know it's look, it was kind of a mess. It's definitely not like the headliners I've done in the past. And I couldn't imagine what the new ones are. This right here is a 20-year-old car. And I can't imagine what these new over-engineered shit boxes look like today. Like to deal with them. That's why I drive old so-called junk, as I can deal with it. Anyway, I'm not going to show y'all how to put the material on. There's plenty of videos on there about that. I'm not going to show you how to put it back in, because I just want to show you what you're dealing with getting it out. If you get it out, you have an idea what it takes then to get it back in. Based on how rough this thing came out the door, I'm a little bit concerned about having new material on that and how it's going to go back in without, doing some damage to it. But I'll try to take it easy. But coming out the back door like that, turning sideways, is the way everybody says to take it out. So we'll see. Anyway, maybe you'll have better luck than me. Maybe you'll have good luck. I hope you have some kind of luck. Peace out. 2005 Buick LeSabre. As with any headliner, I'd say be careful with these corners. Those protruding ends, they're probably pretty tender when you go to put it back in and deal with it. Probably easy to get crumbly. I don't know. Peace out. Hot Rods Woodshed.